Friends, family, neighbors, guests, and privileged art connoisseurs. Welcome to I Have to Pay My Rent. Concepted, perspected, inspected, and performed by none other than Sterling Melcher. Sterling Melcher, you hold this for me? Sterling Melcher is an illustrious artist with over 2 years, of experience behind his belt. Sterling has created the award-winning performance art company, Treelock Productions, that discovered Zoom theater was bad before Zoom theater even existed. And tonight, we celebrate. You have to open that one up. We interrogate. We perspicate on the unfinished work of one Sterling Melcher. Now, as you all know, Sterling is not only an award-winning artist, Sterling is also a cheesesteak maker, spending many years here at Joe's Steaks, creating delicious, sumptuous bites for drunk patrons of the Fishtown neighborhood. Now, tonight, you will get to partake in both creations of Sterling's. You will see in front of you, there is a menu. There's one menu that is for cheesesteaks. I'm not gonna tell you how to read a menu. I assume you know how to do that. John will be coming around and taking your order for your food. Now, while Sterling is working on your cheesesteak orders, we will also be ordering a sumptuous meal of unfinished artwork of Sterling's. And now, because time is the only currency that art truly recognizes, and because we only have Joe's Cheesesteaks for a single hour, each of these appetizers and entrees will be timed. Now, we have 2 minutes for each appetizer, which means we will, as a restaurant, get to order 5 appetizers total, and 5 minutes per entree, which means as a restaurant, we will order 2 entrees. Now, I'm gonna let John go around and take your orders now for your food, and we will start taking art orders in just a moment.
Art orders. So I think as a restaurant, we're going to pick 5 from this thing. So I imagine that when we take our orders, we say like, these are the 5 that we need, and then we like, most people said these ones. Oh yeah.
Okay, so any appetizers look good. If you see one that's on the appetizers list that you like, just shout it out. Shout it out.
The baby experiment.
The baby experiment. Very good. Frontier romance. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I fucked up.
Don't play draft fucking 1 million.
Okay. I'm hearing a lot. Okay. All right. I have Frontier romance is the last one that I heard. Okay. I also heard Anton. I heard Anton. Was that good? Okay. What else?
Sci-fi bad draft.
Sci-fi bad draft. Love it. Okay, one more.
Preacher be college student.
Oh, I hear college student. Did I hear college student? Okay. Sorry, Iris. All right, college student. Okay, so for our appetizers, we have the baby experiment, Frontier play, Anton the musical, Sci-fi bad draft, and college student and preacher. Great. What about entrees? What are people feeling?
Can I be Carl?
Wait, what?
Bear Circa 2013.
Bear Circa 2013. Okay.
Neo-noir. Someone said
All right, Sterling, I'm hearing neo-noir.
Okay, neo-noir it is.
All right, we're hearing neo-noir. All right, so now.
Who makes him the most uncomfortable?
Oh, they all. All right, so Bear 2013 and neo-noir concept. All right, great. Those will be up in just a moment.
All right, ordering small probe with small bay frac.
No, I mean, I know him too. That's why I want to stress it out. You know what?
Yo, Connor, solid in my mouth.
Find a space wherever you like to start.
No, relax. Yes. I think small cheesesteak with frozen.
All right, need a small fry to sell?
Yeah. Nah. Thank you. No problem. It's my pleasure.
Where are we at, Connor?
I'm trying to find a baby experiment.
Oh, the baby experiment. Has to go up on top.
Trying to find a baby experiment.
Has to go up on top.
Oh, I found it, I found it.
Yeah, we got it.
All right, here are your appetizers.
Thank you.
Sterling, here are your appetizers. Cool. Let me know when you're ready for the first one, Sterling.
All right, yeah. Give me 1 second. Pat, can you take that small off? Cool. Fried onions, and it goes with a small bay. All right, we got small reggae, probe mushrooms. We got small vegan, small cheesesteak, provolone. 1 small, 1 large fry, both Old Bay. All right, Connor, I'm ready.
You're ready? All right.
Yep,
What's
let's
the first one we're doing?
Baby experiment.
All right, this is the baby experiment.
Baby experiment. Are we good?
We're good.
Oh, okay. So this was circa 2021. I was working at the co-op. We have some co-op representatives over here. This was like the beginning of, or no, this is like the middle of the pandemic. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna write a journalistic article about how horrible the government's response to, sorry, hold on a second. About how horrible the government's response was to not only just like the vaccines, but like essential workers, and trying to make sure and like journalistic article. And then on the back of this one, it was in the same document. It's just something titled "The Baby Experiment." I have no idea what the baby experiment is, or was trying to be, but it oh shit, this one doesn't have fried onions. Okay, that one's a scrap. Sorry. But yeah, so the baby experiment, this journalistic article, like re-looking at it, I was kind of just in the mode of like, what are all the other things that I didn't work on for 3 entire years during the pandemic? And like, what are the like what are the countless,
All right, time.
Okay.
Guess what?
all right, next one is preacher versus college student.
All right, preacher versus college student.
All
2 minutes.
right, 2 minutes. Okay, preacher versus college student. This is 2012. This one I'm just like meh about. I've like looked through all the documents and thank you. And like, okay, so the conceit of the play is that hold on a second. Okay, we're good. This preacher and this college student were going to be stuck in a grocery store while there was a robbery happening, and like the college student had like classic college student stuff in his basket, like I think there's like condoms and like porn magazines and.
Robberies are really like kind of central to your whole. What's that about?
I don't know. I just really like heist movies.
You like heist?
Yeah, heist movies.
Where people are thrown together.
Yes, yeah. Like imagine like a heist movie where, like a better one would be like a heist movie where it's like a preacher and a college student like get together.
And rob a grocery store.
Well, okay, that or it's a better idea is that they're like they get swept up in the robbery. Like all of a sudden somebody's getting robbed and then all of a sudden they're robbing it with the robbers. Like.
Wait, okay, but
No?
if we had
Okay.
a preacher and a college student doing a robbery, all right, time.
All right, time.
What's the next one?
Next one is, do we have a vocalist in the house?
Anybody sing? Anyone sing?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you remember the melody to this song?
Do you remember,
Thank you.
Do you know what the melody of the song is? This is from Anton the Musical. It's a previously unreleased
Oh, no.
musical. Well, figure it out, Frank.
Oh, we have a good for really coming out.
You said you could sing.
Okay.
I'm a miserable man, a piece of work. To put to rest, a useless man of comfort. Who walks away and
Okay,
doesn't
I like this. Can we make it jazzier?
Oh, and a picture of honor, I never been wrong.
Yes.
But your love never felt as if you were strong.
Okay, I'm getting a little Donna Summer now. Go into that.
Life without you never went. Past the brightest state. So it's better for you if I ran from the shade.
Bring us home. Bring us home, Frank. Come
Back to
on.
the trumpet of lovers' rainbows for Sasha, of course. Please won't you die? So if I go, you don't cry.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank. Philly, talk a little bit about Anton the Musical.
Yeah, Anton the Musical is a cabaret-style musical where Anton Chekhov brings on all of his characters, and they sing little songs. And it was also going to be about like his relationship with his brother through his correspondence and his letters and stuff like that. That was beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, now Frank
Yeah.
is going to be in
Like that
Anton
was a
the
way
Musical.
better version, I think, than of what I was imagining the song was going to be.
What led you to write a musical about Anton Chekhov?
I was in theater school at the time, and I was obsessed with Anton Chekhov.
Oh,
and
okay,
then
you were
I
in
just
theater
kind of
school.
was
Okay, got it,
yeah.
got it.
I don't know, like who at their time hasn't like been like, oh, I'm gonna like write a musical that is about their like favorite playwright or something like that.
I mean, that's true.
that's how you get on Broadway, right?
Time!
Okay, cool.
All right. What's next?
All right, this is Sci-Fi Bad Draft.
Sci-fi bad draft. 2 minutes.
Do we have that gluten-free roll coming?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, you just texted him? Okay. Oh, sorry, Sci-Fi Bad Draft. So there's like multiple different documents that are sci-fi novels that I've like started, and this one was bad. So here you go. The horizon spanned for miles in every direction. Rarely would an object obstruct the view, and when it did, it sloped away without leaving a trace. Dust rattled up by vehicles would dissipate into the wind. As quickly as the sun sets. It was a quiet place, away from the urban domes, but with its own noise.
Okay, so that's the sci-fi part of it. The domes.
The domes is so far the only sci-fi part of it.
Because up until this point, that's the only sci-fi part of it.
Yeah, I was much more into like nature and like imagining nature like in the future, but it's also just. Oh, gluten went up?
No.
Oh, that one's the gluten one. Okay. But yeah, so the wind would howl at night, shaking the walls and loosening the nails. Like are there nails in the future? That's a big question that I have for like this draft of a sci-fi
Like
novel.
nails like this? Like nails like your fingers or nails like hammer nails?
No, like nails like hammer nails.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. The sun would pound the ears during the day, and water always sounded like a raging river regardless of its source. However, once one got used to this unique sonic spectrum, it was a quiet place. And
How
like
did they get water in the domes?
there's not water in the domes, there's water outside the domes.
But
We're
how
still
did
not we're not in the domes.
Oh, we're not in the domes.
Yeah.
Time.
Okay, cool.
And last but not least, frontier play.
Oh shit, I forgot about this one. Okay. Okay, so can you take over for a little bit? Yep, thank you. So this one is a full-length feature film that I had. I was like, this is gonna be like my magnum opus in 2015. It's in 7 years. Cool. Frontier romance, hero's journey for two, struggle of journey, about a relationship, gups, spelled G-U-P-S. Romances often tell of young love. We don't talk about people staying together. Being in a relationship involves an amount of losing some of your independence. What is the tuning process? Relationships can be broken and repair themselves.
I'm actually more interested in the tuning process tonight.
You're more interested in the tuning
What
process?
is the tuning process?
I don't know. Like that, I guess, was like gonna be the investigation of this, where it's like,
like two people.
It's two. Okay, so two people. Hero's journey. So hero's journey is the singular journey, like going forward, progression, all that kind of stuff. So two side by side. Like, what is the like a VCR? What is the like when a
VCR?
Okay, no. So like when a VCR is like out of tune, it has like two images.
Yes, and you have to do like that.
Yeah. Oh, this is totally what it was.
It was this?
Yeah.
Is that what Gups is?
No.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
You need a break button?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, it's gonna keep going for a second.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So I'm gonna take a little break.
So I'm just gonna get. So Connor talked about Meg Treelock Productions previously. We do like cross-country collaborations.
And your Zoom show was actually very good.
Thank you.
Like it wasn't bad. I was making a joke.
But so, in order for this to be a Treelock production, I'm gonna get Meg on the line. She's in Minneapolis right now, but so she can be a part of the show.
Actually, no, I lied. You already sent that out. It's the 112 for 13, I guess.
Can you hear this through here?
Hey!
Hey Meg, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Oh, that's too loud. Okay, I'm gonna walk away. Good. Shit, we even talked about this earlier. Oh, everyone, this is Meg.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you about my idea.
Yes, okay, go.
Okay, so I was watering my houseplants today. As you know, I've collected like 30 plus houseplants during the pandemic.
Yes.
And there's some that I like to water from the bottom. Like I take a bowl of water and I stick the pot in it.
Uh-huh.
And I was doing that with my pothos today, and you can like hear the roots sucking up the water.
Okay.
And so I was thinking about how you can like put, we were talking about plant sounds, right? And like you can put sensors onto the plant leaves
Yeah.
to collect the sound too. But there's something, I don't know, like I could hear it audibly today. And I know it's not like the sound the plant is making, it's the sound of like the water being pulled up into the soil from the roots.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it just made me think about like roots and houseplants and how they're like around me all the time and they're still kind of magical. So
Right.
do you have plants right now?
I do have plants, and I also like just in what you were talking about, I also was kind of thinking about like how plants are listening to us, and like I think that part of the reason why my plants are dying a little bit is because like maybe they don't actually have a lot of like stimulation.
Yeah.
Because I'm not home at all.
So you have lonely houseplants?
Lonely houseplants.
Or lacking stimulation? Yeah.
Right, so we have these like 3 levels then. There's the level of like hooking like nodes up to plants and like getting the music from that. There's like the level of like what do like plants sound like in their like daily basis. And then there's like the level of like what plants hear.
Yeah, I also think there's something about like the plants, you know, like your house plants, they become sort of, they don't become interesting,
Right.
but they are so like magical, and like I don't know very much about the plants in my own house.
Yeah.
So that might be like an interesting place to start from. And like as I've been thinking about plants, I realize like even as I'm walking through my neighborhood, I'm like more attentive and looking at smaller plants that I don't usually find interesting. And I've been like looking at the moss patterns on trees. So I don't know, just even like attuning to that level.
Tuning. All right, we're gonna stop there because that's a full circle. But we're gonna let's talk about that next week when we have our rehearsal.
Absolutely. Have a cheesecake for me.
All right,
Cheesecake,
sounds good.
cheesecake.
We'll do. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, she's gone.
You want to talk about Meg?
Entrees?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Entrees are right here. We got bear and we got neonard concept. I know, but I love bear.
Okay.
Wait, go ahead.
So up until this point, can you turn that down? I feel like it's a little loud now.
I have to do the time.
Okay, no, you're right. Okay, hold on a second. So up until now, everything's been in this world of like small little like snippets of things that are in my notebooks, like ripped out pages that have been then like found later. And these are items that like going back in, it was a little bit more like, oh, is there some like leg to this a little bit? Or like at some time was there some leg to this? So here first is neo-noir concept. So this is a three-party. Okay, so cop with a partner sends a letter to his wife's killer. His wife and children were killed, obviously, because the line before talks about that. He knows who the killer is, but no evidence against her. I don't know why she's a woman. That's just how it was written in this. It kind of changes throughout. We meet him on the day he has decided to hunt her down. He goes about his regular day, just waiting till he gets off duty. We follow his walk downtown to a simple cup of coffee. Focus on the minute details of his day, because they're very, very, very important. Never know he's going to kill the killer until he starts to chase her. So before that was a little bit of exposition. Okay, cop goes to meeting spot and they talk. So a third party begins shooting. The killer is caught in the shoulder and starts shooting at the cop. The cop gets hit in the thigh. There's a chase scene through the woods. We end up at an abandoned shack near 35. So 35 is I-35 in Minneapolis. So if you know that area, now we're like in the woods of Minneapolis. It's probably snowing. There's a Mexican standoff in a shack. That changes later. I just kind of take out that terminology. Yeah, it was bad.
We should move on.
Yeah, okay. The cop kills the killer. Oh, this is circa 2012. The cop kills the killer. The cop gets shot through the window. It ends up to be the partner.
Wait, I'm sorry.
That's the end of the first part. Oh, sorry.
But is the partner the cop's partner or his wife?
So we're gonna...
We hear about the wife earlier, right?
Yeah, so it's the next section where I was like, cool, I'm gonna do a beat outline, like
Right.
explains it a little bit more.
And the first thing that we heard just now was what? It was like just like kind of like the first outline for it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the beginning. So this is now where I'm like, cool, I'm gonna flesh this out. Man is seen writing. He sees it's a letter. Meet somewhere secluded is written down. He signs his name, seal letter, place stamp on letter, don't address it. So this is like breaking it down beat by beat, how it's gonna go down. Nightmare sequence. There's a woman running, covering children, gunshot. Cop wakes up violently, sweating. So that's like a flashback to his wife and children getting killed. He gets dressed, suit, tie, black shoes, hat. Cop walking to work in the cold yet sunny day. So cold, we're back in Minnesota, I kind of established that. He enters the office, he gets ready to go to work. His partner walks in late. So this is the partner that you were talking about. So
Not the wife.
the cop has a partner, his wife's dead.
I do think we should let everyone know how you feel about cops now.
I don't like cops.
Great.
Cool, awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, partner walks in, but he's not caring. He talks about recent gang violence. They get a call. They leave for a crime scene. They arrive at the crime scene. There's a disappearance of children from the playground. So this is also like if there's a disappearance of children, it's kind of getting back
Related
into...
to the gang violence?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
We don't know.
I want to know about the letter.
So the letter is, we're getting there.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So then it goes to the cop sitting in the coffee shop and he drinks coffee. And then there was a giant X in my notebook. And it wasn't even crossing out words, it was just crossing out probably like telling me to like stop thinking. So the cop wakes up. Oh, okay. So the cop writes letter at work. So we're back at the beginning. I restarted the beat outline. Partner and him talk about the state of police corruption.
Does the envelope with the address and this no address but stamp still exist in this outline?
Yes,
Okay.
cop writes the letter at work. So instead of at home, he writes it at work. So the cop drinks coffee. I was really into cops drinking coffee because that's all they fucking do.
I mean, who is?
Cop walks from downtown to secluded area. Cop meets mysterious person. They talk about a shooting. Person sees a light, thinks it's...
Time!
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bear.
Bear?
We're into the bear.
All right, come on.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, God, Sterling, come on. Okay, all right.
You liked it.
I liked it. The bear!
The bear. All right.
give some introduction to this?
Okay, so this is circa 2013, so anyone who's watched The Bear, the TV show, it is not that. It is not that. Okay. And this is a play.
Oh, it's a play, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm
okay.
P, you're Sherry.
Yep.
And then I'm the teller. Okay, cool.
Okay, it's fine. We'll figure it out.
Stage directions.
Ionesco and Other Stories. St. Olaf circa 2013. The Bear. A bank. There are 3 tellers up and a person in line. Philip walks in carrying a stack of money, envelopes, and talking on the phone.
I know. I'll get you the invoice when I get back. It's just, no, Gary brought it in this morning.
Brought?
It's a misspelling.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure of it. You don't have it? Well, hello? Shit.
He hangs up and walks to the line, dropping a few envelopes on the ground.
Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon my French.
The lady in line helps him pick up the envelopes. Here you go. Do you need help? There's a period between here you and go.
They don't see it.
They don't see it, but it's there.
Okay. No, I'll be fine. I just need to get out my. Oh no.
You forgot something?
Yes, I forgot my account info inside.
He sets down the envelopes.
Would you be able to watch these for a second? My car is right outside.
Sure thing. Just be quick. I have a child in the car.
I'll be back in a jiff. Just hold on.
He exits. Sherry looks around awkwardly. One of the letter tellers opens, and she starts to move forward. She drops one envelope, sets them down on the counter, and moves forward.
These all for one?
That's you. Sorry. Yeah.
These all for one account?
No, the man is coming back. These are his. He just.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but you'll have to wait if these are 2 accounts.
Oh, really? But I just have to deposit. A crash is heard, and 5 men with masks and shotguns run into the bank.
Everybody on the ground now! Put
Am I doing that?
I'm doing that.
Okay, sorry, good time. Do it. Go. Do say this line.
Everybody on the ground now! Put everything in the middle of the floor! Lock the doors!
As the doors are locked, Philip comes up to the glass, knocks. One of the men, what does he do? Threatens him, and he runs away. You in the purple! Come over here now! Put everything in the duffel bag! My guy's from Brooklyn. Oh no, Sterling! We're just getting to the good part.
No, I know, but so then it's the same document, it's the same play, and it just starts with this list. So it goes, copy, Rabbit's Hole Cafe in Russia, Rabbit, Pet I Never Knew, Lodge, Skiing in Tahoe, Hill, Tennessee, Driving with Dave without car doors, because you can drive in Tennessee without a car door if it's a Jeep.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's really funny.
Well, I mean, I'm not good, but.
Bungee cord, carpet,
Yeah.
keys, rock, climbing wall, looking at Reddit.
Do you think you were looking at Reddit to find a rock climbing wall?
No, I think I just learned about it.
Oh.
Yeah, in 2012.
Should I get on it?
No.
Okay.
Alpaca, Harry Potter, bed, dorm, kill doll, and cramped spaces, cinder block.
What do you think the Harry Potter is about? I mean, I don't like her.
Yeah.
But I think I was probably fine with her back then.
I think that everybody in my dorm in Kill Doll in cramped spaces is obsessed with Harry Potter.
Kill Doll is your dorm, your freshman dorm, and so it's St. Olaf.
Yeah. Yeah. Cinder block, handstand, Drosny.
Can you do it?
Okay.
Now? Time!
Yes. I want to see the handstand.
We're gonna take a break, but yeah, feel free to enjoy your cheesesteak.
I feel like I need a cigarette.
Frank, you can come out and have a cigarette if you want.
See you guys in there.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Yeah.
Andolin's laughing at me.
Well, Andelin can see you.
I know. Hey Frank, how's it going?
Oh my God, I love you.
Oh, I love you too,
You're
man.
wonderful.
Thank you.
You're
You want a
doing
cigarette?
Such a wonderful job.
Oh,
yeah, I would
thanks.
love one actually.
Yeah, you want one?
Yeah, why not? Sorry, Dad.
What's
Sorry,
your name,
Dad.
man?
I'm Connor. Oh, sorry, Dad.
Frank. Oh, your dad's in there?
My dad's in there.
That's really cool.
This
Please,
is
after
kind of
you.
the first time he's seen something like this. I'm not going to make it about him.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a wonderful thing, all the same. Fucking wild.
Fucking
You got a
wild.
beautiful voice, Frank.
You have an amazing voice.
Okay,
So also, did you know that Frank was a sailor? I like to say this about him all the
No.
time to everybody.
wait. So how do you feel about our first collaboration?
You guys are crushing.
So
You're doing so
Thanks, Frank.
well.
Thank
no,
you.
Conrad, look. Sterling, I don't know if you remember this. Literally 2 weeks ago, I was at the National Theatre in London watching Shakespeare, Much Ado About Nothing.
All right,
Yeah.
all right.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm
You
having
like this
as
more?
much fun. No, but I'm having as much fun.
Okay. Who's your favorite character wait, what was it?
As you like it?
As you like it?
no, Much Ado About Nothing.
Much Ado About Nothing. Okay.
Well, so depending on, this was wild because it was such a phenomenal performance.
Talk into the mic.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, we're still doing. the
yeah,
guy, the
it's still
guy, the
happening.
guy who played the constable stole the fucking show.
Of course.
And it's such.
Because
It's
the
not a
constable's the
large
best part. Yeah. No, Joe's is closed. Sorry about that, man.
Good shit though. Next time.
Someone asked if the Joe's was open, and we said no.
Just really turned I've never seen it live. I've only read it, and in my head, it's not a large part, but the actor really, every time they were on stage, they turned it.
Yeah.
Completely. It was phenomenal. I loved every second, but I'm loving every second of this.
Oh, shit.
And so is everyone else.
There's still
Thanks.
more to go.
I know. I mean,
You're
it's.
in this part of it.
You've so
Wait,
far.
this is part of.
You've so far been
You're-
2 parts of it.
Yeah, you're in this part of it. Honestly, I don't know if this part. We rehearsed this very little, so if this is working, give us a cheer. If it's not, don't. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks, Charles. Thank you, Charles.
I'm gonna go.
No, stay.
Okay, I'll stay.
Talk more about you were a sailor?
I was a sailor. Yeah, I worked on really big sailboats. South Pacific, North Atlantic, Caribbean, Pacific
But you're
Northwest.
also a singer.
No, I'm just a bartender.
Oh, okay.
That's how I know this guy. He's one of my favorite guests
Oh
ever.
shit.
Ah, shit.
Frank's one of my favorite bartenders.
Oh,
Yeah.
Say that again.
Frank's one of my favorite.
Say it
Actually,
into
you're
the-
probably my favorite bartender.
Say his mic. Frank's one of my favorite bartenders.
Frank works at the Institute at 525 North 11th Street. You can see him every Monday and Friday night.
Yeah.
There you go. Wait, you're only there
Make
Mondays
sure
and
you
Fridays?
tip him.
Or not. Just come and see me.
Yeah.
You're doing such a tremendous job.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thanks,
gosh.
Oh,
And
Sterling.
my cheesesteak was fucking great.
Thanks, man.
I gotta say.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
I
it was
really,
really good.
did like split screen, by the way.
Oh,
I
thank
was
you.
just joking. I wanted to throw that. I hope that didn't throw you off.
Oh, you're good.
Okay.
All right, let's go in.
We gotta go in.
I mean, I'm also so those classes for us were
Well, I think you were just like in it. Yeah. And you were like in the show. Or anything. You're like just like you were on it. Yeah, were you? Are you
No, I really am on the clock. There is someone. Yes.
Great. So this evening's been all about unfinished work. And previously I've done pieces at the end that I have recovered and I really liked and was like, oh, why didn't I finish this? And I thought to end the run of the show, I'm gonna debut what I started as my new, which will be finished work eventually. Yeah! So, you guys heard Sci-Fi Bad Draft earlier. There's a ton of them. This is a sci-fi novel that I'm working on. Florence woke up slowly, eyelids gracefully releasing their grip on her dreams. She lay embraced by the arms of her fellow star traveler, Claire. Her skin felt soft against Claire's. She depressed herself into the comforting cove of intimacy created in her economically sized room. Across from her, sitting lightly on a small stool, was a thinly trailing plant. One of the only items on the ship that didn't serve a direct purpose. Everyone aboard was allowed something like this, because after all, while they were drifting in a straight line, directness was not the only thing that would help them survive. However, the plant was not allowed to leave her room like the other items. If it got anywhere near something of familiar sentience, it would deem disastrous for everyone else. So there it would stay under the deceptive glow of sunlight from her grow lamp. Claire's muscles tightened slightly, as if they knew that Florence was awake. Claire was still slumbering, breathing evenly against Florence's neck, tickling her and raising the hairs on her arms and legs. Small bumps arose, sharpening Florence's attention, then quieting down into patches of roughness that brushed against everything around her. She didn't want to escape this haven, but the minute and precise moments of stimulation bothered her more than the anticipation of today's work. Could she start her day without releasing Claire from her slumber? After all, dreams were one of the few remaining safe places. A space where all of life's problems were either non-existent or so exaggerated that when one woke, they knew it wasn't real. Florence flexed and stretched her feet first, hoping they wouldn't give away her intentions. Maybe she was just releasing the previous day's stress in order to return to stillness. Claire's body didn't react, so she knew that she was getting off to a good start. She then allowed that stretch to lengthen into her legs, reaching her pelvis, rotating her hips against Claire's. Still nothing. The stretch then took control, expanding her chest into the air, activating her shoulders, bringing her arms and hands inward, still holding on to the deception that she intended to stay put, only searching for the most comfortable position. When it finally reached her face, she yawned, and with that intake of fresh oxygen, she relented that her deception could not continue. Her brain no longer allowed her to stay put. All she thought of was standing up, getting dressed, and leaving the room for the bridge. She almost gave in to the impulse to violently begin, but convinced herself that she had one final option. She could slither out like a snake, allowing Claire's body to peacefully fall into the bed without any rough impact. This was the only way. Claire deserved her peace. With one movement, carefully designed to feel like a thin veil standing on a velvet couch, Florence emerged from Claire's arms and onto all fours on the cool, sterile floor. Listening acutely to Claire's breathing patterns and the rustling of the sheets, she had accomplished her goal and moved into phase 2, standing up. She opened her closet at an even pace, making sure the handle didn't get anywhere near the wall. With only 7 outfits to choose from, she reached her hand out, grasped the most colorful pair, whisked them off the hangers under her body with the hope that the sound created would be like a wave at low tide washing deftly against the sand. No movement, no sound. She was almost there. Looking down at her plant, she wished it a good day, opened the door to the hallway, and closed it behind her. Would Claire hate her for not saying good morning, giving her the same attention that her embrace had? She would find out later at breakfast. It's not like they wouldn't see each other again. There weren't enough of them left. Grab your trash. Do you guys have any trash? Oh, you're still working. Yeah. Anybody have any other trash? Yeah, over here. This might be the last show of the Fringe. I don't know. Is anybody else? Are there any other shows happening?
It's the last show.
The last show of the Fringe. This is a part of the Philly Fringe Festival, an alternative to the Fringe Festival here in Philly. Just like pass the hat at the end of the night. So here's a hat. You don't have to give anything, but if you want to. Everyone who was part of the show, staff and creators alike, are splitting it all. And I want to just thank everyone. This was a fun time, and that's it. Thank you. Cool. And I'm going to be at Fishtown Tavern after this. If anybody wants to join. We gotta start cleaning up here, so. Eat up, pack up. That's it, thank you.